I'm told it's 33 million now, so congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No.
No, that's about to send him off the deep end, bro.
If you don't want to answer questions either, you are free to stand up and walk away like a little sniveling
Well, you can ask questions.
too.
If you have questions for me, then I'll feel free to answer
here's my
those.
question for you. Why is your mate Ye?
Is this whole thing going to be interrupting, or is this whole thing just going to be interrupting? Or do you want me to speak at all?
You're sounding like Andrew Tate Light, like his annoying little younger brother we never knew about. Okay, doesn't work with me. Okay, you set this thing up. It's obviously some kind of elaborate prank.
Okay,
he was trying to get him with the Andrew. You know, he trying to get under his skin with that shit. Andrew Tate Light. Oh, Piers, you dirty, dirty dog. Heated Kanye storms out of interview after being asked this question. Video coming to us by Poetic Flacco. Let's go ahead and tune in and see what's going on.
Kanye West just gave us another classic interview that ended in him walking off after the interviewer asked him something that he didn't appreciate. Coincidentally, the interview was with the same person who conducted the last...
Is that Sneako? Bro. Yo, what is Sneako doing here, bro? With the shaved head? Okay. Bro rocking the shaved head. Okay, all right.
Last notable interview that Kanye West walked out on, and that's Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan and his team actually reached out to Sneako for help setting up the Kanye West interview.
Okay.
Now, I know that Sneako has expressed several times on his own platform that he always wanted to do Piers Morgan. He just never got the invite. I don't think this is a coincidence. I think Piers Morgan and his team knew their best chances was to hit up Sneako because Sneako was motivated to come on, and Kanye West probably would have blew them off. The interview was doomed from the very beginning.
It was doomed? Oh, boy.
Piers Morgan came into the interview with an agenda because he was already pissed off. He was pissed off because they scheduled the interview for a particular day. Piers is in London. Kanye and Sneako is in Paris. So Piers paid a lot of money to have a production crew go to them in Paris. But the day that they had it all planned out, Sneako and Kanye canceled.
Wow.
And I think it's on Kanye because Kanye's schedule is sporadic. So Kanye canceled. So they had to reschedule for a complete different day, pay more money. So Piers Morgan came into this interview looking to get his pound of flesh.
Our producer spotted that he was in Spain with his friend Sneako, and we invited both of them on for an interview. They very quickly agreed, and Sneako spent several days talking about it, but they mucked us around, a significant expense, both in time and money, me, my crew in Spain, and my team here.
Yeah, that ain't a good way to start off the interview. Already starting off. All right.
London. More importantly, he didn't turn up yesterday. And said wanted to do it today. So it seemed to me then it might all just be a stunt. But I went ahead and said, okay, we'll have another go today.
Piers ain't wrong for feeling how he feels, but when you're dealing with Ye, you should expect these things. I feel like being inconvenienced or being rescheduled should already be something that's in your mind.
Right.
Should already be something that you expect to do.
Yeah, and listen, it wasn't Kanye that was asking for the interview, nor was it Sneako. Even if Sneako wanted to hit Piers Morgan, it was Piers that wanted to interview. And so if you're going to be trying to get an interview with one of the most famous, prolific artists in the world, albeit one of the most problematic and controversial, then something like having to reschedule last minute shouldn't be so surprising.
With dealing with Ye,
like if he was trying to get an interview with Trump or even Obama or some diplomat like that, and they had to reschedule, you think they would open up the interview like, oh, we were supposed to interview Obama yesterday, but we had to reschedule because this, that, and the third, and they were mucking us about. So it just goes to show that Piers Morgan, he doesn't respect Kanye, and I don't think it would be a stretch to say he probably doesn't respect Sneako either.
Bro, Ye is sporadic. I think when Academics was doing his Ye interview, bro, Ye like pushed back the time like 3 times, pushed back the date like 4 times, for telling Ak, yo, meet me in Japan. So that's just Ye. He's just somebody who's just sporadic. He's unpredictable. He's all over the place. Ye and Piers had a disagreement as soon as they hit record. One of the things, or one of the very first things they were bickering about was Kanye West had a name change. He's no longer Kanye West, he's Ye. Piers called him Kanye West, which if you've been watching online or if you've been watching Kanye's or Ye's interaction with the paparazzi, you know that right there is a really huge trigger for Ye.
Out of the headlines at the moment, it's fair to say the headlines are equally rarely positive. The rapper, producer, and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneako. And both Sneako and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, you know, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Okay.
They would actually circle back on this and accuse Piers Morgan of being condescending by calling Ye Kanye. They will say that Piers should have known that Ye changed his name to Ye. Bro, I'm getting used to it myself. So Kanye or Ye actually did indeed change his name officially to just Ye. A Los Angeles judge approved it 3 years ago, a petition by rapper Kanye West to officially change his name to be known simply as Ye with no middle or last name. Los Angeles Supreme Court Judge Michelle Williams gave her nod to the request by the singer who filed his petition August 24th and stated he was making the change for personal reasons.
Okay.
This entire interview was just a big D swinging contest. What Piers said before Kanye West walked.
Honestly, when it comes to the name change, if I was speaking to him directly, I would refer to him as Ye. But if I'm going to talk about him in print or in media, I would refer to him as Kanye because that's what people know him as. He can't establish his entire artistic career under one name for several decades and then 3 years ago change his name and then expect everybody who is trying to talk about him in media to just go along with this whole Ye thing. Definitely out of respect for him, if you're having a conversation, though, you should call him Ye. Because, you know, if Piers was talking to some trans woman, he would never in a million years call that trans woman by her name that she had as a biological male. You feel me? So this is, again, another act of disrespect intentionally by Piers Morgan. So it was all smoke. It was all smoke, man.
Now, really wasn't that aggressive, really wasn't that hostile, but it appeared that Kanye West came into his interview looking to make an issue out of anything.
Oh, sure.
Looking to let Piers know that he's a legend, he's a big dog, and that Piers is nothing. Because Piers would even ask Kanye, how's your life going, right? Kanye West will give a really snarky answer, and Piers will respond back with another snarky answer that led to more issues.
So we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look, when I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has happened in your life. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this. How would you say your life is at the moment?
I mean, you see that view?
Yeah. Your life is good?
Well, judge it on the view as the answer to how my life is. Judge me by the view.
Well, the view is Mallorca. I've been there.
Right.
Yo, this is just two really rich, really powerful, really egotistical people having a big D swinging contest, bro. And when I say big D, metaphorically, of course, because I don't know none of these people D size.
Okay.
But Piers didn't need to say mediocre. But Piers caught the riff, bruh. Piers caught what Kanye West is putting down. Kanye West is in his interview trying to sun Piers. Piers ain't going for it, bruh. So when Piers says mediocre, Kanye obviously ain't going for it. Now, I think the mediocre was what really did it because what happened next to me didn't really warrant what Kanye West did. But I think the mediocre and the sunning and stunting on Kanye West because he's somewhere right now where he thinks it's super fly. He thinks this is luxurious. Piers is like, bro, I got M's too, bro. That ain't nothing. So what really did it for Kanye, though, was Piers apparently not knowing how many followers Kanye West had on Twitter exactly.
It's a beautiful place. And for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. That is in direct contrast to your public image at the moment over the last couple of years, led by your ferocious Well, hang on, let me finish the question. Led by your ferocious use of...
No, but I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it, being attacked by the banks and to still be here with this view is, that's the win. So I think I'm in contrast to your contrast.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not gonna take inches off my bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
Don't help them out.
Kanye got 33 million followers.
Bruh, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Kanye West is something else, boy. I tell you what.
On Twitter, Piers said that Kanye West got 32 million. First off, how Kanye West is able to keep...
He acting like he got 48 million, bro, and Piers just like chopped off a quarter of his following. He acting like he got 36 million, like, bro, you got 33. He said 32. Maybe that shit just went up recently. Now, yeah, you could make the argument that Piers should know these things. He should do his research before having an interview and have these. If he's going to mention a statistic about someone he's interviewing, then he should make sure he has the most current, up-to-date statistics. Sure, you can make that argument, but Kanye getting triggered by that, what I'm saying? If you want to call attention to it, but he's acting like a baby, bro. It's crazy.
Track of how many Twitter followers he got when he got 33 million, to me, is crazy. Right now, I run a Twitter page where I post news. We got about 44,000 subscribers or followers on Twitter. Bro, and I don't keep track on when the followers go up and down, bro. I just know the followers go up, whatever they go up. For Kanye West to be that tapped in, bro, it shows that Kanye West is right now going through like a midlife crisis, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Or he's going through something mental. Because nobody should be this obsessed over validation like Kanye West is. But Piers saying 32 million, I feel like it's close enough. I don't feel like Piers was trying to be an a-hole. I don't feel like Piers was trying to sun Kanye West by saying he got 32 million instead of 33. Because if Piers wanted to sun him, I feel like Piers would have probably said, you're a little Twitter, right? I don't feel like he would miss the number by one. Unless this is just some type of extreme level of petty or microaggression that I'm missing. But Kanye West gets really upset that Piers didn't know that he had 33 million followers instead of 32.
Yeah,
I'm told it's 33 million now, so congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No.
No, that's about to send him off the deep end, bro.
Congratulations, your information is correct. You're not just some, dude trying to sub. I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean? Why?
Yuck. I'm a gift, bro.
Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born? You take somebody that's living like a Lennon, a Michael Jackson, and you just take all this time to just, like, that nuance right there. It's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
What are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's 30. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
You said it. You implied I haven't played your music. Of course I played your music.
No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay.
I think Kanye walked into this interview looking to do this. I don't feel like this was enough to really walk out an interview for it. Me personally, now Piers did say in the beginning that he got word that Kanye told Sneako, don't be mad if I walk out the interview. So it looks like Kanye West went into this looking for a moment. I don't think that Piers, thinking that Kanye West had 32 million followers, was disrespectful, bro. All right? Maybe the production staff who was doing the research probably seen one of the tweets, a screenshot of one of the tweets, and he had 32 million at the time and put it in the notes. I don't feel like this was intentionally disrespectful. But Piers came for his pound of flesh. So when Kanye West left, Piers directed his attention to Sneako. Piers' mindset was,
Sneako ain't get up? Oh, shit.
I can't get Kanye in a gotcha moment, bro. I'm going to get you.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to get you.
Oh, God.
So he began to press Sneako for even being linked to Kanye. But before he even tried to press Sneako for being linked to Kanye, Piers began to wonder, what did I do? And Sneako began to give a reason why he believed Kanye walked out. And he would say that what Piers was doing was condescending and patronizing.
Where's he gone, Sneako?
Yeah, that's it for Ye. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Where's he gone?
It's nice to meet you, Piers. Sneako just wanted to get on Piers Morgan, bro. He's like, I ain't getting the fuck up. This is my chance.
I think he's just going back to work. There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was going to leave like this, but it seems like he got upset about the...
So it's all just a game, is it? Is that the idea?
Followers. I mean, life is a video game, is it?
No, I just wonder what the point of this exercise was. Was he supposed to do an interview or not?
Are you supposed to do an interview? But I mean, the amount of Twitter followers, something like that, it's patronizing for no reason. You said his name incorrectly. You know his name is Ye. This is very public about that. Hopefully we could do it. I think this was good. We were prepared for a good interview. But come on, you know what you were doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you were trying to patronize very intentionally by getting those two things, under his skin. Maybe it could have been about past interviews or because of what happened yesterday. But, I mean, this information is not that difficult to get right.
Yeah, we called him Ye, and we got his Twitter following count wrong by 1 million.
Sneako is in an awkward position right now, so he's
handling himself, though. I'd say he's handling himself. He ain't doing nothing too bad.
Has to stick up for Kanye because, bro, you're out the country with Kanye, who is sporadic, who is a little unhinged, bro. Kanye West catch you saying something that sounds a little bit neutral. Kanye damn near might take your passport and throw it off the ledge, bro. You never know. Right? So I don't feel like Sneako was doing anything wrong. I feel like Sneako was indeed trying. I don't feel like Sneako was in on this as well. I feel like Sneako was really trying to do this interview because he wanted to be on Piers Morgan. He really wanted to do this. Kanye West did what he did intentionally from my perspective, but I don't feel like Piers did anything that was wrong. I don't feel like Piers intentionally went out his way to disrespect Ye. I feel like Kanye came in with an agenda and he executed what he was there for, which was to get a moment. Now, Piers began to press Sneako about his affiliations to Kanye and why he was linked to Kanye.
All right.
Out of interest, what is with his obsession with why is he so rampantly anti-Semitic?
I'm not going to answer questions on his behalf.
Well, you're going to have to because he's not there.
Questions on his behalf.
He's not there.
What's that? What's that?
He's not there. Literally, he's dropping a track today called Heil. Why are you happy to be associated with somebody like that out of interest?
Well, I'm not going to speak on his art and his vision while
I'm
he's
asking
not here.
you. I'm asking you why you're happy to be associated with somebody who most of the world believes is now a rampant anti-Semite.
Well, you're associated as well. Your show's called Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Yeah.
You tried to get him censored on X. Accountable? What do you want to hold me accountable?
If you don't want to answer questions either, you are free to stand up and walk away like a little sniveling
Well, you can ask questions.
Too.
If you have questions for me, then I'll feel free to answer
Here's my
those.
question for you. Why is your mate Ye?
Is this whole thing going to be interrupting, or is this whole thing just going to be interrupting? Or do you want me to speak at all?
You're sounding like Andrew Tate Light, like his annoying little younger brother we never knew about. Okay? Doesn't work with me. Okay? You set this thing up. It's obviously some kind of elaborate prank.
Okay,
he was trying to get him with the Andrew. He trying to get under his skin with that shit. Andrew Tate Light. Oh, Piers, you dirty dog.
Your team asked me to do this. If you want to be Netanyahu Light on TV,
but given you want to
be Dave Portnoy with the suit,
that's fine.
Then sure. If you want to do ad hominem attacks, then why invite someone on your show? I set this up because your team asked me to do it. I did everything that I could. If I knew that this would, I'm not here wasting your time. You're angry at me for setting up an interview that you wanted. If you have questions.
The questions that Piers Morgan.
Yo, he handled that. Hey, shout out to Sneako. He handled that. He tried. Piers, he's done his research. He knows that that's one of the things that people try to put on Sneako, that he's Andrew Tate, little brother kind of deal. And he didn't fall for it. He did not take the bait. Okay.
Morgan was asking to me wasn't unfair. Now the tone could have been aggravated due to Ye walking out, due to them having to film another day instead of the day they got planned, and him thinking his time was wasted. But him coming in with this tone to me showed, bro, that he has something in store for Ye. He has something in store for Kanye, bro. And the fact that Ye walked off, or that Ye never got a chance to get berated or get pressed by Piers Morgan, I think that was a good decision, bro. Because from what he was giving Sneako, it felt like Ye has something in store, bro. Now, when he called Sneako Andrew Tate Light, bro, Piers Morgan is tapped in with the internet lore, bro. It feels like he's way too tapped in with the internet lore, right? Because
you know what he was trying to do with that shit.
That
was fucked
slick,
up,
man. But y'all let me know.
He was trying to be slick for real.
What do you guys think, man? Do you guys feel like Kanye West was wrong, or Ye was wrong for walking out the interview? Do you guys?
That's Kanye, bro. That's Kanye. That's what you gotta expect when you're dealing with Kanye. Kanye is not a mentally well person. He's an unhinged person, and that's what you're signing up for if you're gonna do anything with Kanye. Or with Ye. So anyway, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you feel like Sneako handled himself? Doesn't seem like that back and forth went on for much longer after that. So interesting stuff, but like the video, subscribe. Peace out.